What's up, guys? I'm Red,
I'm STUNNA Steve.
and welcome to another exclusive John Wrestling Smackdown review. The date is August 1st, the first of the month, the go-home show before the biggest party in the summer, SummerSlam. Smackdown took place from Newark, New Jersey today. 2 hours of non-stop action, I should say.
They said it, but
Yeah.
there was commercials.
Yeah, there was commercials. It was kind of odd. They said you were going to come commercial free, but didn't get commercial free. Whatever. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on our other socials at Exclusive John Wrestling. We're just gonna jump right into it.
They're all in the corner right there too.
We're just gonna jump right into it. I should say, if you're new, also we do something every Friday, every Monday. We do Exclu. Is it exclusive? Do we like the segment? Do we like the match? Was it good or poo? Do we not like it? Was it bad? So I will let Stunna Steve get us started off with the beginning of the show. Cody Rhodes, John Cena.
This was the beginning of a show that I was not expecting at all, to be honest. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, hey, we always love surprises. So starts off, we get the normal John Cena entrance. Makes the ring announcer call him never seen 17 the goat. Blah blah blah. There's no Titantron. Normal. We haven't seen him in a while. But he gets interrupted right away. Cody Rhodes. But before Cody could talk, John Cena talks, and he pretty much says that he kind of regrets what he did.
Yeah.
He threw some heavy shade on Travis Scott, in my opinion, and didn't leave The Rock unscathed a little bit. Pretty much saying that we're getting the old Cena back, and at this street fight, it's going to be it's John Cena at his best versus Cody Rhodes at his best, and
hustle, loyalty, respect.
They cheers a beer, and then Cody leaves. And we're sitting here like, well, what just happened?
It was totally out of left field. Nobody saw this coming. It's just so interesting because SummerSlam is this week, and they have a match Sunday in the main event, and people had definitely speculated, hey, Cena might turn face, during or after SummerSlam, which would have been one thing. He's had a good run, I suppose, since Chamber to now, but for him to just turn heel like this, or excuse me, turn face like this on a SmackDown before SummerSlam, acting like everything's okay. He is going to be old John Cena. Doesn't sit right with me. I want to believe it. We love old John Cena, That's the John Cena we know, the John Cena we love, Worlds are colliding.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
Did I like the segment? Did I like it, enjoy it? Yes, it was a screw.
That's a screw. Big
because it leaves us wondering. It leaves us thinking of what is next, And I guess we'll have to find out. We'll have to tune in on Sunday night to see what's going on.
Yeah.
So let me see. Let me pull up our reels and sit and see what was next. So after the John Cena aftermath,
I believe we had the U.S. Championship between Zelina Vega and Julia. Am I mistaken?
Had something right before that actually. They showed a training session with Jelly Roll where he got beat up by Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. Not much to say here. I guess I'll give it a clue. It was just building to the story, building to the future.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a poo. It just kind of looked a little sloppy. It looked like I wanted to actually see Jelly Roll training, and they didn't really show us any of that.
Yeah.
They've kind of done pretty well hiding what Jelly Roll has been doing.
I like that though. I think less is more. Because
that is fair.
They want to surprise us. No one's expecting him to go in here and be like Penta or something. Some huge athletic guy, but people are really not expecting much of him.
Yeah.
He's a larger music star. He's not an athlete by any means. He's just started this weight loss journey and stuff. And I think that we're actually going to be surprised by what he's done and what he's learned.
I do think he'll do a good job. I just felt like I wanted to see a little taste, and I thought we were about to get that.
One little tester.
And then we pan over, and he's just standing still, looking like he was training, which I felt like that was a part of the promo, but it's besides the point. And he was also losing his drawers. His pants were falling down because he was getting knocked out. I'm like, all right. But besides the point, I'm still excited for the match. What?
I wonder what he's going to wrestle in.
That's a good question. I have no idea. What if he just comes in like a in a singlet or something?
You're like a Michael Cole.
Yeah.
You give it Pooh, I'll give it a Skaloo. Moving on, we did have Zelina versus Julia for the Women's United States Championship right after. Now this
was a clue.
It was a good match. It was interesting. they were talking on commentary, Julia has managed to keep this title for, X amount of days. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, she hasn't defended it a single time since she's won it at the end of June.
Yeah.
And it's August 1st. And this is the first time we're doing anything with this. I really enjoyed the match. It was a little confusing, though.
Yeah.
I don't know who produced this match exactly, so why it necessarily went like this. We had multiple huge spots. Seemed like Julia was definitely going to pick up the win. Zelina said, that doesn't work for me, brother. She kicked out it, too.
Yeah.
And then we only have, less than a minute go by just for her to do one of the same moves, not even the whole arsenal, just one of them, and get the win.
Yeah. It was a little confusing, but it was a great match. They did. I think they kind of went a little over on purpose because they wanted to prove hey, we're not on SummerSlam. We're kind of pissed about it. But I did think that Zelina kicking out of that barrage of attacks just to lose to one of those attacks was a little weak in my eyes. But
yeah,
besides the point, I enjoyed it. I've given it a slew.
Then we had a little backstage interview with Solo Sikoa and the MFTs. Not really much to talk about here at all.
Pretty much, Solo Sikoa said that hey, I want the steel cage here, which we weren't really.
Yeah, we were wondering. We were like, why is the cage here? Why would they go through all this trouble to bring the cage from here and drag it all the way back to MetLife? Yeah. Whatever,
I don't even think that deserves a slew or a poo. It's just it was very
just
fast.
Just forget about it. It's a little. It's a woozy.
It's a fugazi. It's a fugazi.
Yeah. Anyway, next is a big slew. Okay, so we had the AAA World Tag Team Champions Los Garza with Santos Escobar come out, issue an open challenge for the titles.
Yeah,
which is pretty surprising. I mean, we knew this was coming on the preview.
Yeah,
but
they announced it.
They've never been defended on.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
Who comes out? None other than Mr. Iguana and Psycho Clown.
Oh yeah, yeah. This match. I mean, there was a couple miscues throughout the match, which that'll happen sometimes. But we both thoroughly enjoyed the match. We both gave it a slew.
For sure.
I do hope that we see a little bit more of AAA in on a Raw or a SmackDown. So I'm glad that they are defending the titles on a SmackDown because they're WWE employees. At the end of the day, they're AAA champions, but they're WWE employees. So I'm glad that we're seeing Los Garza defend those titles on SmackDown. And I hope we see it more.
Next up, Damian Priest, Aleister Black, 1-on-1. I have mixed feelings about this, honestly, and I think I'm gonna have to give it a poo. I enjoyed the match itself, but it was quick. It felt rushed a little bit, and the end, Aleister Black is beating the hell out of Damian Priest. He gets disqualified, hits him with a chair, hits him with a black mask, doing all this. Where is R-Truth in this? It just doesn't make sense. R-Truth wouldn't come out after all this. R-Truth hasn't been on programming in 2 weeks now. And the fans couldn't stop cheering for him, and now everyone's forgotten about him.
Yeah, I mean,
don't like it. I know it's not exactly the match was okay. I do feel like it was rushed though. In my opinion,
I feel like the only reason Truth wasn't out there is because they're kind of ending that feud with him and Aleister Black, and with the way Truth's character is presenting himself, it doesn't really make much sense for him to go out and help somebody right now.
Yeah.
So. Now, me personally, I wanted Truth in that situation because we haven't seen Truth, and I don't want people to start forgetting about him again because we just brought him back.
Yeah,
so that's definitely a poo for me because we haven't seen him.
He's supposed to be driving now. When he came back, I'm actually envisioning okay, he's going to be in championship matches. He's going to be in a real feud.
He's going to be everywhere, and he's been nowhere.
And all of a sudden, it's just he's out of the question. So I'm and now, if you put him back in something now, is it going to have the same effect as it would have if you would have kept rolling with it?
It really just depends on what their direction is for him after SummerSlam, because that's a problem that we're only giving this a poo because R-Truth was not in it. This match in itself was supposed to be focusing on Black and Priest because that's a new feud that's just now starting off, and that's why this match ended in DQ to progress the storyline. But Truth was last seen with these people, and we haven't seen them since then. So what's going on?
Definitely an interesting thing. So we did get a little thing between Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton backstage. Not much to say here, just kind of talking for their match. Guess we could say it's a screw, right?
Yeah.
Then we've got Talatonga versus Jimmy Uso. Now this was a screw. I'll let you talk about this one. I was actually This match was very quick.
Yeah.
I went to the restroom for a second. I came back. It was over.
Yeah, I mean, the match started with at like 9:30, and it ended at 10. So we're like, okay, well, this match is going to be 30 minutes long. So
Right.
we were wondering what was going to happen after that because we were wondering if Logan Paul and Drew were going to talk for 20 minutes. But so the match ends around 9:40, 9:45. It's a pretty good match. Tala Tonga gets the win. Jimmy Uso, hits him with a spear, goes for a splash, but Tala catches him. Hit him with a choke slam. 1, 2, 3. Tala Tonga picks up the win, and Solo immediately starts calling for JC and Tonga Loa to come out. And then all of a sudden, they start lowering the cage. This was cool, but I will say they just stopped lowering the cage, and then it's like, okay, what's happening? Then Fatu's music hits.
Yeah.
He runs out. Once he gets in, we see somebody in the back do the thumbs up, and the cage drops. I get it, safety precautions, obviously. But
it looks so clearly like scripted at that point, like which
Yeah.
we know it is, but you don't want to make it look like it's just
No, I do.
Full,
I do know
yeah.
like shit happens. Like I remember one time Seth Rollins was going into like slide in before the cage falls, and he almost gets stabbed by the spike. Do you remember that?
yeah.
Yeah. So like I get why, but like I just like that didn't look smooth. So then the cage comes down. Solo immediately gets out of there.
He said, "I'm out."
Yeah, him and Tala Tonga get out of there, and JC Mateo and Tonga Loa are left alone in a cage with a werewolf.
Yeah. Aren't you forgetting something?
I am. I don't really want to bring it up.
What happened with Tonga Loa?
He may or may not have almost ate shit. Okay, that's Tonga Loa for you. We don't bring up the past. We move on, and we hope for the best. Okay, so yeah, Tonga Loa and JC get absolutely destroyed by Fatu. I'm wondering if they did this to kind of like have Solo only have Tala Tonga in his corner.
Maybe.
But I still think that they didn't do enough damage to have JC and Tonga Loa out.
I think they can still be there.
Yeah.
Easily.
So I mean, at this point, it's really just to cook it for Saturday or Sunday.
That match will be Saturday. That match will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Next up, big slew on that.
Yeah,
Slew,
yeah,
we'll say not a big slew. Just
It
regular.
should have ended the show.
It really honestly should have, because we had a small thing between Alexa and Charlotte backstage. Very quick backstage segments tonight.
Yeah.
Nothing really monumental at all. I guess I'll give this a clue. It was funny banter.
Yeah.
Gets hyped up for the match.
Yeah.
Then we're on to the main event, and that is, ironically, so Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul come out. Logan Paul called out Green Shirt Guy. That was kind of funny.
Yeah. I got a pop.
They talk. I mean,
Got a bigger
really,
pop than Zelina Vega tonight, which is kind of crazy.
There's really nothing to talk about here in this thing. Nothing like actually happened.
Yeah,
to
I
where
mean, they pretty much just
they
were
talk some
talking
smack.
crap.
Here
People came out.
Here comes Jelly and Randy. They battle a little bit. Here comes security. They RKO, chokeslam security.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
That's all she wrote.
And we're
It's,
we're riding off into the sunset to go to MetLife.
it's more like yada yada. Like it's just
Yeah,
I don't know.
bada bing.
Definitely don't think that should have ended the show at
Yeah,
all. I think you could have done like the Cena and Cody thing should have ended the show. You should have had that.
Cena
open
likes
the show.
opening the show a lot. I've noticed.
Yeah.
So
The Cena and Cody thing should have ended the show. That should have opened the show.
yeah.
Or been somewhere in the middle of the show, really. Like, you could have had the Solo thing open the
Yeah,
show.
I think the Solo thing honestly could have even ended the show.
I would have been fine with it. I just
Yeah.
didn't, like, this was, like, I was expecting, like, okay, well, why is this the main event? Like, is something going to happen to, like, advance the story so much? No. Nothing really happened to advance the story.
Not at all.
It's whatever. Overall, I guess we got to give our rating now.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
I was thinking 8, but a couple things bring it down. I'm not really sure how to take that opening segment with Cena and Rhodes. I do. My heart says I'm like, all right, sweet, we get face Cena, but my mind's like, hey man,
Yeah.
it's not going, man.
I'm right there with you. I don't know. Man, like, I might give it a 6.
Yeah,
Like,
I wanted
I enjoyed it, but at the same time,
a go home show.
this wasn't, like, to me, like, their biggest thing they did at the beginning of the
Triple A.
show was all downhill from there.
Yeah. The show started off pretty hot. We were like, okay, and then
Wasn't a whole lot of, like, I mean, the Mystery Iguana thing was really cool.
Yeah.
I liked that. But, like, no LA Knight, no R-Truth. I feel like there could have been more going on to, like, we didn't see the SmackDown tag division at all.
Yeah, I was literally about to bring that up after you mentioned R-Truth. Like, the entire SmackDown tag division had nothing. Which I get, because now that you've already announced the tag ladder match, there's not really much building you have to do. But to me, it's not like anything else was getting built tonight other than Damian Priest and Drew.
Yeah. And not to mention, like, you could have had, like, they haven't done this in forever. I don't even know if I couldn't even tell you the last time. You could have had the Wyatt Six come out, right? And Bo Dallas get on the mic. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like, he hasn't, like, we haven't seen them. We get video packages, but on the mic talking. Yeah. Give us a nice promo for these guys.
All the time.
Like, get us involved. Like, everyone's already involved in the TLC match, but, like, people would love to see him. You know?
And we need the team to get behind. I mean, right now, they're all a bunch of super talented teams where everyone's divided. You know, people like the darker characters in Wyatt Six. People love the Street Profits ever since they debuted in WWE.
Yeah,
Fraxium are new, hot, young, and team. And Motor City Machine Guns, just moved over here from TNA. Was it last year?
Yeah.
All these teams really deserve it, but which ones do you want us to love more? We don't know.
I definitely feel like they could have done more. Not to mention, like, everybody is backstage, for SummerSlam. Like, they had to kick off. Like, you could have had somebody on Raw that needed a little bit more juice for their feud come out and do this, like
Karrion Kross and Sammy.
Yeah, you could have done something like, I'm not going to be too judgy,
Yeah.
SummerSlam's tomorrow.
Yeah, we're still super excited for
Super
SummerSlam.
excited for it. I did enjoy SmackDown. It was okay. Nothing to brag about, but it was all right. We will be live. This is the important thing, though, right? We're going to be live tomorrow. We're going to be live on Sunday. Instagram and Twitch. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Mark your calendars. It's going to be pretty exclusive. If you haven't checked yet, head over to the page. We got a lot of stuff coming out. We just did a collaboration post with some other content creators. All of the clips from SmackDown. And shortly later, we're going to have our full predictions out in a video on YouTube if you want to go in depth. And we will have some quick predictions on Instagram. Make sure to check those out. Like, comment, subscribe. Anything you want to add?
You pretty much just said everything.
Well, I'm Red.
I'm Stunna Steve.
As always,
keep it exclusive.